Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Good morning, Beyonce's Internet. My name is Calvin West, and I make content for Black people. So welcome to today's show. I'm really excited about the show today. Today's topic is going to be about art, the idea of art, what is art, and why it's important that we gatekeep, why it's important that people of color gatekeep the stories that are being told in their light, right? So I want to start off with kind of just a revisit, right? So many of you guys are aware this George Floyd mural that was painted by an artist by the name of Backpack was recently taken down by Backpack because she, for whatever reason, she wanted to take it down, right? Now this has caused mainstream, discussion, right? It's been discussed at a national level due to an article that went out, and I don't know if it's gotten any more heat after that. I really haven't looked into it. I don't know, but the reality is that it reached there, right? So that this discussion reached there. What is art? So the mural was of a man who was murdered by Derek Chauvin. This man is George Floyd, a black man, and it was a very traumatic experience that happened, right? And it's something that black people can feel. We can feel that. We can feel it. There's a phenomenon, right? There's a phenomenon that is when you watch a video of somebody like falling down or being hit, right? You feel that. Your body can feel that because we're all connected. We're all connected in some way, shape, or form. And I do believe in that. I do believe energy, like we are connected. And so when you watch those images, you can feel that. You can feel when that person falls, right? You get like a feeling in your body. The same thing happens every time there is a video of a black man being shot by white violence, a person of color whose life is ended due to white violence. I feel that. I feel like I actually feel the bullets, right? And you can relive it. Every time you see it, you relive it. White people don't understand that. And they don't get that because it's not their bodies that they are seeing bullets fly through. It's black bodies, right? It's black bodies, it's brown bodies. And so it's yellow bodies, and that's just for lack of a better term. It's Asian bodies, right? And so it's not white bodies that are being riddled with bullets. And so that's important for us to understand, right? Again, we have to understand where we are coming from. The other element of this is as follows. When we tell stories, it's important for us to understand who is speaking those stories, telling those stories, and speaking those truths, right? This mural inflicted pain amongst its black residents. It did. I'm not the only one. People have come out and they've said that, right? And I'm so proud of the people that have come out and said that. But the discussion, the debate is happening on whether or not this artist was censored. Right? So I want to talk a little bit about censorship. And I want to talk about why, I want to talk about the history of censorship, right? For black people, for people of color. The first people to ever be censored are people of color. How? We've been censored since the beginning of this country, right? The indigenous people that own these lands, that founded these lands, their voices were silenced. Their language, they weren't allowed to speak their language, and they were murdered, right? They were taken out by white violence. That's censorship. That is censorship. Slavery, right? That happens. So you bring over black people, And is their voice heard? No. No, their voices are silenced. Their stories are silenced. That is censorship, right? So when you look at your history books and you are teaching children in class the history of America, the first thing that happens is censorship. And history is art, right? And the way stories are told is art. And so the first time that censorship actually happens in an artistic form is how we tell the truths that are told, that are taught to our children. History books, right? What is art? We hear about the white revolution. We hear how the whites colonized and like made America. But whose voices were silenced in that? Every person of color along the way, right? There were black inventors that invented the many of the things that white people took credit for, silencing their voice, censoring who they were, right? So censorship is again a form of white violence that white people know very, very well. They do. You do. And so when you paint this mural, right? When you paint a mural that depicts a black, that tells a narrative, a white woman paints a mural of a black man's trauma. I just think of Emmett Till. I think of Emmett Till. If a white artist painted a mural about Emmett Till, a white woman painted a mural about Emmett Till, and then that white woman is praised for speaking a truth, right? You did what you had to do to tell your story. Well, it's the white woman that's getting credit for a tragedy that was caused by another white woman. It's important that we have to gatekeep. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was talking about this thing. Now she's a Latino woman, and she basically said, "Well, I didn't see anything wrong with the mural." Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. You're not a black man. You don't feel that connection, right? That connection to that trauma. So before I get into that, I want to continue to talk about art, right? So this idea of art, and artists should be able to paint whatever they feel. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But whose story are you telling, right? And why are you telling that story? And are you being factual with it? Are you being 100% factual? With this George Floyd mural, the price of black lives being $20, whose story are you telling? Are you telling my story? I'm a black man. So you're talking about a black man that was taken out by white violence. We all get that a black man was taken by white violence. You don't need to tell that story. Why are you telling that story? Right? Why are you telling that story? What is your purpose? Your purpose is about you. It is, and I'm going to show you, right? So the artist backpack, in regards to this mural, has reached out to me. Okay, but before we do that, there's this video on TikTok, and this is why I tell everybody, get off Facebook for a bit, right? Now I got off Facebook, and I was off Facebook for about 6 months, and then I got back on because I realized, like, first of all, I love the medium, and second of all, I don't, I'm here to clean up house. Right, I'm here to clean up house. I'm going to be going live every day. I'm going to be talking about things that are actually real and factual, and that are going to make people uncomfortable. And so this is your opportunity to unfollow me, unfriend me, do whatever you need, because I'm not here to make anyone feel comfortable. I'm actually here to make you feel uncomfortable and to speak truths, because the time it's just over. We cannot afford to waste any more time going nowhere. It doesn't make any sense. So this is funny. This is something that it's amazing, right? So there's a lot of amazing creative artists on TikTok, and this is one that I saw today, and it just was like, isn't it so funny how it resonates with exactly what time of day it is? Okay, let me see if you guys can see this.
I'm not doing real work. I'm raising awareness. Raising awareness. I want you to think I'm a good person for doing nothing. Raising awareness. I'm raising a werewolf. Somebody else should really do something about this problem. Raising awareness. Are you aware? Yeah, well, that's me. I did that. I'm increasing my own visibility to let someone else know that they should do something about the problem. But not me. Raising awareness. I'm not doing real work.
We're gonna listen to it again.
Awareness. Raising awareness. I want you to think I'm a good person for doing nothing. Raising awareness. I'm raising aware. Well, somebody else should really do something about this problem. Raising awareness. Are you aware? Yeah, well, that's me. I did that. I'm increasing my own visibility to let someone else know that they should do something about.
I'm increasing my own visibility to let someone else know that they should do something about that. I'm raising awareness. You're painting a mural about black trauma to raise awareness of black trauma. It's like, listen to this white lady. No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, just stop. Right? So the reason why I bring this up and the reason why this video is important is because Backpack again reached out to me, and I'm just gonna keep it 100, right? Again, I don't owe anybody my time. I don't owe you my time. I don't. I've got your messages. I see what you're saying, but it's bullshit as far as I'm concerned. And that's not coming from an angry place. It's coming from a concerned place, right? It's coming from a concerned place of, well, honey, you don't gotta lie to kick it, Backpack. You know, like, here's the latest message. But wait, there's more. This is what she wrote to me. ABC3 asked me about doing a story on the covering up of the mural. Once again, I did direct the writer to you, all caps, right? So she's angry about this. Insisted that she get the story from you. You should hear from Elizabeth Hergo. Good night. We'll see. We'll see. But of course, ABC whatever they did hit you up. This is what you wanted. It is. You make art to make people angry, right? This is what you have said to me in your posts. But what are you surprised about? Like you're not doing me any favor by telling them that they should get the story from me. That's not the story. Come on now. The story is not mine. The story is yours. You said it yourself. I had to do what white people aren't willing to do. What is that? Take ownership to causing black trauma? You still have not done that. You haven't. You played the part of the victim in this. One thing I am happy that came out with it is, and this has nothing to do with you per se, but it does have to do with the reporters that I've talked to who have said no group needs. Oh, hey, no, I'm not paying I'm not paying attention to the comments. White saviorism is not okay. Exactly. Like you're not saving me. You're not doing me a solid. You're doing yourself a solid. This is called white saviorism, and it is another shade of white violence. It just is. And like, we're past the point of being confused about that. And that's where my concern comes in, right? We're past that point. We're past the point of being confused about what people of color are saying. I want to play another post for you guys, another thing for you guys, because again, TikTok is such a valuable place. There's a lot of trash on TikTok, but there is a lot of solid, just like, well, she said that, like, it's like it can't be unseen. So let's hear from another one, right? So this one's about, this is interesting, okay? Now it's all about art, right? It's all about art, but it's also about who's telling our stories. Who's telling our stories, right? Apparently, Justin Bieber is making he said he's an artist now. There's videos saying that he's an artist, so he's an artist. He's making a new CD called Justice using Martin Luther King's voice. Come on. Using Martin Luther King's voice in his tracks, and he's getting like not cornrows, but like dreads or whatever. It's called cultural appropriation. Let me just go ahead and educate real quick. Okay, it's called cultural appropriation, and cultural appropriation does not only happen in white people wearing box braids. Okay, cultural appropriation does not only happen in white people now doing the Honolulu, speaking, telling the stories of the Honoluluan ancestors, right? Because that's a big issue now. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Hawaiians are pissed off. Like actual native Hawaiians are like, stop it, right? Asians. There's this wonderful Asian creator on TikTok who is just like, she's just calling out white people, like stop cultural appropriation. Native Americans, you're taking our heritage. You know, when they're doing the beautiful dances, native dances that are specific to their culture. White people are telling those stories now. That's not okay. Black trauma, come on now. Black trauma is specific to black culture. When you paint murals, white woman, about black trauma, you are culturally appropriating. Like, stop faking the funk. Stop faking the funk. It's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay by any means, but we get it. We get it, sweetheart. Like, we get it. So what is art, right? Hey, Google. What is art?
According to Wikipedia, the Address Resolution Protocol is a communication protocol used for discovering the link layer address, such as a MAC address,
hey, Google.
associated with a...
What is art?
According to Wikipedia, art is a diverse range of human activities involving creative imagination to express technical proficiency, beauty, emotional power, or conceptual ideas. There is no generally agreed definition of what constitutes art, and ideas have changed over time.
There's no general discussion of what actual art is, right? So you guys heard that. I may have messed the words up on that, but what I'm hearing from that is that art is subjective, right? So it is. But where's the bottom line? Where do we get off? Where does the train end, right? So if you're debating about this mural being up and you're not black, that's weird. That's weird. Sorry, that's weird because you can't relate by any means. But go ahead, let's go ahead and let's step into this weird, unsafe space for black people, because there's a lot of non-black people that are weighing in on this. Okay, cool. I'll give you that for a little bit, right? What if the mural said niggers live here? What if the mural said that? What if the mural said that? What if the mural said, sorry guys. What if the mural said, no niggers allowed? Oh, it's art. It's art. I want to take you guys down a journey of what black people used to hear, right? And so that's why this mural is up here. No niggers allowed just means that, this is what black people have gone through. And as white people, we must be aware of this because I'm creating awareness. Guys, like, just stop. Just stop. One of the biggest complainers about a black person being heard in Coronado, this guy Paul, one of the things he said was, no, not even about that. He's got a daughter who died from cancer, and I said, what if we did a mural that said "Cancer wins again"? Cancer takes another. Cancer lives in harmony. That was the name of his daughter, right? Cancer lives in harmony. That's not okay. Why isn't it okay? Because that's. Why am I putting it up there, right? What am I doing? I'm trying to push somebody. I'm trying to push somebody and trying to create a dialogue that, first of all, I have no business creating. This white muralist painting a mural of black trauma to create a dialogue. So now you are the person controlling this dialogue, or at the forefront of this dialogue, when no one asked you to do that. That's for clout, honey. It's for clout. And I'm not upset about that anymore. What's shocking to me is that you think that people don't see that. It's concerning. It's absolutely concerning, you know? And again, if you're going to do a mural that's going to push people, then push the right people. A white woman making a mural showcasing black trauma, when white women a lot of the times are the ones causing. You guys do remember the white woman that called the cops on the black man who's walking the dog, said that she feared for her life. That's white violence. That was a specific attack on black people. You know that black men are targeted by white violent cops. And so to call the cops on them, saying that you fear for your life with these white tears, you've created a space where a black man could lose his life. A white woman did that. And then a white woman paints a mural about a black tragedy, a black male tragedy, to cause discussion? Sweetie, that's not art. That isn't art. It's called an agenda. It's called motivated, right? Like it's like you are. It's called using black trauma. It's called cultural appropriation. Bottom line, which is another shade of white violence. Cultural appropriation is a shade of white violence, and it's an experience that all people of color can speak to. The issue is not me. I saw another post today that was so beautiful that said, you know, you're not too sensitive. You're not wrong. Your feelings aren't wrong. It's that you desire to be respected, and that's a right for you. Like you should do that. And that was from my buddy Parker. And yes and, right? Yes and. What if I put a mural up that had children on there being molested by pedophiles? It's art, right? No. We need to bring awareness. We need to bring awareness to this problem. So this mural of kids being sexually assaulted by adults I did this because, you know, I want to create a dialogue. No, you did this for yourself. Let's put a mural up of women being raped. Let's do that. Let's put a mural up that says girls shouldn't wear short shorts. The fuck? Y'all ain't ready. You're not ready. You're not ready for the truth, right? You're not ready to take ownership of who you are. White women have no business telling the stories of black men. Okay? They have no business. And I don't care what kind of artist you think you are or what you think art is, white women have no business speaking black truths. And the fact that this woman is getting hit up by all these news stations, and look at the articles. I'm really proud of the articles because they say what I wanted them to say, and that's all I needed to know, right? But look at what she is saying. She's also taking these interviews. So again, you're not doing me a solid, honey. You're keeping the fire going, which is bringing your name to the top. Who's the main person in these pictures, in these articles? It's you, Backpack. It's you. It's you, honey. This is what you wanted, right? Show me the post where you said, hey, I did something I wasn't meant to do, and I have no business speaking on black truths. I have no business, and as a white woman, I should have known that, and I'm too old and I'm too involved not to. Show me a post that says that. Go ahead, post that. Tell the news that. You won't. Why? Because this was done for clout. This was done so that you could be hit up. You using black trauma, knowing that black trauma is a trend right now. Come on, come on, guys. Listen to how calm I am. I'm calm, right? It's important for us all let's just be calm. Let's just be calm, right? Well, first of all, it saves my life, right? I can't be angry because a white woman will get upset and think that I'm I'm the issue, right? Let's just be calm, I want to show you guys another post.
White people, it's too early for this shit. And I'm not talking to my Native American brothers and sisters, because they already know how they feel. They're exhausted, just like every other marginalized non-white person in this country. White people, what have you done in the last week or two to stop this? This.
We came here and created a blank slate. We birthed a nation from nothing. I mean, there's nothing here. I mean, yes, we have Native Americans, but candidly, that there isn't much Native American culture in American culture.
I don't think the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines genocide as creating a clean slate. I've got some foundations to donate to today.
You do.
I've got some books to order today.
You do.
I've got some hard questions to ask
You
people
do.
today.
You do. You do got some foundations that you need to donate to. They need to be black owned. They need to be owned by Native Americans. They need to be owned by Asians. You do got some books you need to write. They need to make you you need to read. They need to make you uncomfortable. It just is what it is, folks. Like white people, this is y'all. This is you. This isn't like and here's why I know. Here's why I know like I'm not saying anything that isn't factual, and I never do. I never say anything that isn't factual, because I can only speak from my own experiences. Like, I'm not lying about my experiences. So you debating me on why this mural was taken down is bullshit. I've been in this neighborhood 5 years, and let's not get it twisted. Let's really try to understand what this is about. My posts and my perspective has always been like, this neighborhood is not a safe space for black people. I've been fighting racism in this neighborhood for 5 years. I know this because I live this. I have seen this. And so it's really, really interesting. The people who are speaking up about this mural now, where have you been the last 5 years? Right? I know I've been there. Y'all can see my posts. I'll wait. Folks, you don't gotta lie to kick it. And that's my biggest message. And what I want black people to understand is that, like, black folks, hey, these cats are not for you. Bless their hearts, bless their heart of hearts. But these cats aren't for you. If white people are involved in your shit, they're not for you. They're not. But if you're listening, right? And so what I was going to say was that there's too many examples of people who get it. There's too many.
White gangs, you just haven't noticed.
Let's listen.
White gangs, you just haven't noticed because they aren't criminalized. There's initiation rituals. There's supposed to be a code of silence. You're not allowed to snitch on your brothers. They even got little handshakes, and frats will beef with other frats. Literally get into physical altercations, jump and fight other frats. There's just as many drugs moving across college campuses in America as there are in our inner cities. The majority of the way that drugs are being distributed are through frats. There are frat boys making $100,000 off cocaine and Molly, and it isn't a secret. Everyone knows it. We joke about it in all of our movies, and police turn a blind eye to it. They get away with hazings, deaths, selling drugs, and sexual assault.
Instead of frat boys getting charged with RICO and the DEA raiding frat houses, they just go, and chalk it up to kids will be kids. A group of predominantly white youth committing organized crime is seen as like a part of growing up. After that, they get to graduate college and go on to regular lives. You cannot tell me that's not white privilege.
It's white
white gangs. You just haven't know.
It's white violence. This white man just so eloquently is talking about white violence amongst colleges, right? Again, now I know this is about art, but this is also about white violence and how we do this, right? So like art is subjective, right? It is subjective. But if you're an artist and you're doing things to make change, speak facts. Speak the truth, tell the truth. Don't use my trauma to build your platforms. Use your own filth, right? Do that. Talk about white violence. Why is it so hard? Why is there a debate about this? You know? Put Derek Chauvin's face on that $20 bill and say white violence took a life for $20. Derek Chauvin. Now you have discussion. Now you have change, right? Now you have now you've created a safe space for black people because now I see that now I get it. You are doing what you need to do, which is have the discussions that we're tired of speaking on. People of color are tired. We're exhausted, white people, and y'all just aren't getting it. You're not getting it. And it's the liberals that aren't getting it. You know, I watched a show called 98 KUPD. And it's with Holmberg and the Morning Sickness. Here's what I love about them. Here's what I absolutely love about them. And I love their show is because everything's on the table, right? And what I've learned, and the reason why I've kind of like left the liberals as a black man, and I'm not a Republican. Neither side cares for black people. And that's the truth. However, the liberals for sure don't care about black people. For sure don't care about black people. If anything, Republicans have been saying that, right? I had a wonderful conversation with a good friend last night who's a staunch Republican. And I was telling him about some of the things that I've been going through. And it's just like he has told me these things before. And when I see them and I come back, I say, friend, I'm only arguing with liberals. Like, it's only liberals that I'm arguing with, right? Like, it's only liberals. Like, that's insane to me. And it's liberals that are telling me that the Republican is my enemy. Well, I can talk to Republicans. We can have a dialogue. They can say what they want to say, and I can say what I want to say. And they respect the conversation. My buddy, who's a staunch Republican, we've set some boundaries where it's like, you know what? You're not going to bring up a black person that disagrees with me. Bring up a white person, right? We have set our guidelines, and we stay in our lanes. That's me talking to a Republican, and I feel more heard by Republicans than I've ever heard by a Democrat. I live in a neighborhood full of Democrats. What did the people posted about that? They said, keep in mind, black man, you live around Democrats. Only 15% of this neighborhood is Republican. Exactly. I know. That's my point. And I'm only arguing with liberals. Why? Because liberals don't give a shit about black people at the end of the day. They don't. They care how they look in regards to people of color. This is not all white people. What do I always say on my show? I say, whether you agree or disagree, good. Okay, good. That means you're listening, right? But if you're offended, then I'm talking to and about you. Straight up. Fuck off. I have no problem saying that, right? If you're offended by what I'm saying, then this is about you. Block me, unfollow, unfriend, whatever you need to do. This is a safe space for black people. It just is. And in order for us to continue to have safe spaces for black people, we have to speak truths. We have to speak our facts. Liberals do not care about black people. They don't. Not as a whole. Not all of them. They don't. Again, I've seen some things happen in the past. I saw a new friend of mine post about black banks, wanting to know where she could bank at. Invest our money in black banks. That's it, guys. Like, that's the solution. Solving racism, ending white supremacy is actually a very simple thing to do. White people just need to stop building white supremacy. How do you build white supremacy? You only shop at white establishments. You keep giving Amazon all your money, right? Jeff Bezos runs the world. Like, he runs the world, and every time you do an Amazon shop, you are building white supremacy. I'm a victim of it too. I am. It's hard. But that's how deep rooted this is. That's how much of an addiction we have to white supremacy. We all are addicted to white supremacy. Black folks, we can't do it no more. We can't afford it, because building white supremacy is why we are I fuck that oppressed shit. We are not oppressed, but it is why we are exhausted. It's because we're not building black wealth. Bottom line. And neither are they. Hello. Neither are they. Okay. White liberals aren't building black wealth, and that's what would solve all of our problems. It would. Hands down. Capitalism is just another form of white violence, and every time you spend your dollar, every time you watch a movie, every time you buy an album that does not benefit black or people of color, you are building white supremacy. Prove me wrong. You can't. Bill and Linda Gates are divorcing. If you don't know that, or if you aren't following that, you should absolutely follow that. The money that these people are talking about, the wealth that they are dividing. Man. Linda Gates is set to be they had a list of the top billionaires, right? Not one person is white, and there is no female. Linda Gates is set to be one of the next top billionaires. She's going to be like third in line from the divorce. Every time you shop at a white store, you are building white supremacy. There's like 3 companies that own everything, right? Like Nestle's like a big one, right? It's hard to do, but is it? It's not. Just look up a black business. Just do the work. White violence has made building white supremacy so convenient that it just arrives right at your door in a damn package that you can return with free shipping. That's white violence, right? White people telling black stories is white violence. I don't care what you think about art. This isn't about art. This is about white violence. And that's what people need to understand. And that's where we need to get to in regards to how we move forward. Backpack made this mural because it was going to elevate her name. And that's exactly what it did. You can debate that all you want to. I don't care. I'm not bothered by it. Maintaining, strengthening. Yes. Every time you get that package, you're maintaining it. You're strengthening it. You're building white supremacy. It is what it is. I'm no longer upset by this anymore, right? But I will talk about it, because black people, we need to understand that when we do those things, when we shop on Amazon, when we watch that movie that doesn't have any black people in it, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for my husband, because like all these movies come out, and the first thing I ask is like, well, who's in it? We got to watch the trailer. If I don't see black people in it, or people of color, and if I don't see women leading, if I don't see people of color winning, you know what I mean? Then we check to see who made the damn movie, who made it, who's going to benefit from it. That's the level, right? That's the ownership. We don't need a hashtag. We need you to change your behaviors. Okay. We don't need a mural, baby. We don't need a mural. We need you to change your behaviors. Okay. If you can do that, but if you can't do that, then stop saying that you care. I know that makes people feel like, what the fuck, right? Well, then I can't do anything. I just told you what you could do. But it's hard. It takes daily practice. It's literally, you have to change the behavior. It's literally like, yeah, I know that's convenient. I know that'll show up right at your door. You'll have no problems. You'll have somebody to call. But you're building white supremacy. And that is white violence. It is. Now, you can fake the funk and put up a hashtag and say Black Lives Matter, but if you ain't buying black, if you ain't spending your dollars in black businesses and building black wealth, they don't matter to you. Black Lives Matter don't matter to you. Black lives don't matter to you. Black people, same thing. Black folks, if you're not shopping at black businesses, if you are not banking at black banks, I have an account open right now, and I'm beginning with this, guys. I am. I truly try to seek out black businesses, and I'm building this platform to continue to encourage and talk about solutions, right, and how we do it. I'm gonna end on this. Gatekeeping is powerful. The reason why gatekeeping is powerful and important is because cultural appropriation is a thing. And if you are debating cultural appropriation, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. And who cares, right? Like, who absolutely cares? We get it. Stop faking the funk. Take those flags down. Take that shirt off, right? Stop using that hashtag. We get it. Like, we get it. It's performative. If you truly care, you will change your behaviors, and you won't say anything about it. You won't say, hey guys, look at me. This is what I'm doing. You won't do any of that. You won't perform. If you truly care, you won't perform. Take those signs out of your yards, guys. Take them out. Take them out. Take them out. I'm gonna end on this, baby. Thank you to the two white women that are in the comments. I see y'all. That's what it takes, ladies. That's what it takes. It takes owning our shit, right? And this isn't about being upset about anything, right? Like, it's not white people. It's not your responsibility to fix black folks. Let's talk about it now. Black folks, it's your responsibility. It's our responsibility to fix us, because we can and we should, and we should be telling our stories. We should be building our future. We should be building safe spaces, because then they will truly be safe for us. We cannot wait for Backpack to change the world with an offensive mural. Come on. But we also can't be mad. We cannot be upset, right? There are some white people that are doing, they're championing, I can never say this word, championing change. They are championing change, right? And I'm seeing a lot from white women. That's what I really, really love. Big praise to the white women who are fucking clocking in. That's huge. But you don't get a cookie for it. Right? You don't get a cookie. There are no cookies here. I do not give out cookies. I have no time for play. Right? If you really want to do something, then you need to do something. But if you're not going to do something other than just post a hashtag, buy a Black Lives Matter flag, and then put a sign up that says "We love all people," if that's all you're going to do, stop. Just stop. We're not upset anymore. Like, we get it. We get it. You don't actually care. You care on how you look. Art is subjective, but there's a line, okay? There's a line. There's a place, and you need to stay in your place, okay? When it comes to art and the stories that you tell, it is not okay for white people to speak about black trauma when white people have been the root of black trauma. If you disagree with that, if that offends you, fuck off.
Awareness. I'm not doing real work. I'm raising awareness. Raising awareness. I want you to think I'm a good person for doing nothing. Raising awareness. I'm raising a werewolf. Somebody else should really do something about this problem. Raising awareness. Are you aware? Yeah, well, That's me. I did that.
I did.
I'm increasing my own visibility to let someone else know that they should do something about the problem. But not me. Raising awareness. I'm not doing real work.
Hey guys, stay black and beautiful. My name is Kelvin West. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. 81, yeah, I know, it's funny as hell. It's funny as hell, Alicia. I love it. 81DK on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. If you guys can, I'm going to create this video again. Don't share this one. Don't share this one, but share the one that I post later if you care to do so. Because you know, shit, I'm not gonna lie, it's monetized. So the one that the link that I share later is monetized. If you want to help build a black business, share my black content. Okay, I love y'all. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Stay black and beautiful.
It sound right, boys.